For more, Mizuho healthcare strategist Jared Holz joins us here on set. Jared, great to have you with us. And for a long time, we thought maybe Novo was out of the game, but here it is. And at the same point in time, tirzepatide had less efficacy than this new drug. So that's promising. At the same time, there are a lot of big questions about this early stage trial. So what are some of the doubts in your mind still?
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having me. Yeah, there are a lot of doubts. There are a lot of opportunities when you kind of coalesce all of the data that we got today, and it was unexpected. I think that's the first thing. We really didn't know we were getting this early. So I think there's some upside surprise. That's why you saw the stock do pretty well, and of course it faded throughout the day, but still a decent day. We just don't know what the end game is for this drug, right? It's an additive to semaglutide. We know that. We know it gives you a couple percent better efficacy over less than a year. So it looks like this could be Novo's best injectable, but they didn't include a lot of data. We didn't see patients that may have dropped out. They were kind of not cagey necessarily, but they did not include every patient from the trial, only the ones that had stuck through the entire 36-week time frame. So there are some, reasons to be skeptical, but the drug looks good.
So we don't know anything necessarily about tolerability at this point. And that seems to be the biggest question mark, given that the company had released the initial oral data for this same drug, and it was greeted with fanfare. And then months later, they came out and released the tolerability profiles, which were horrible when it comes to nausea and vomiting.
Right.
So is there any extrapolation that we can make, or is this completely different and an injection makes it more tolerable, et cetera?
I think what we've seen out of the injectables is that they seem to be more tolerable than the orals when you look at them head to head. Now, apples to apples trials we haven't really seen, but when you kind of take into effect what we've seen from Novo Nordisk, what we've seen from some of these other companies, Pfizer is looking at, dose discovery and just trying to figure out, is there a dose that they can put forward that is tolerable? There have been a lot of abnormalities with what we've seen. The injectables do look better. And I think the company was fairly, you got to take them at their word to some extent, where they said that the tolerability profile of this drug is similar to what they've seen with semaglutide. So, that's kind of what we have to go on here.